Namaskar. We would like to welcome you all on Independent Research Ethics Society, AYUSH Samriddhi International Webinar Series, and the milestone is 1800 for increasing your confidence on us. I would like to communicate my regards to Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee Madam and Dr. Sakat Basu for the title Ayurveda for Schools. In my opinion, Ayurveda should be communicated right from the schools, so it can be familiar right from the beginning of the life. So thank you very much. Without wasting much time, I would like to request Professor V.K. Agnihotri sir for his brief preamble.
Thank you, Professor Pawan Sharmaji. Thank you so much. And I also pay my respect and regards to all the guest speakers of our this new webinar, numbering 1858. It's a great topic given by our guidelines providers, that school Ayurveda for school. Actually, it's a great thinking that not from the for professional schools, say BMS or MD or PhD level scholars, the Ayurvedic knowledge is to be given. The fact is that Ayurveda for school, and that too the basic school, is the for the baby when he or she is with the mother, because she starts teaching whatever the sanskar, whatever the guidelines, they are all given by our text, by our great religious books, or for the greater help of the health. So health is important, so is important the Ayurveda. Ayurveda gives us knowledge as far as the principles are concerned or the products are concerned regarding the health. So if it is given in a form of principles or the do's and don'ts at a school level, definitely the development of child brain will be accordingly, and the benefits of Ayurveda, which they miss up to say 17 or 18 years before joining any med college or Ayurvedic college, be with them right from their school going age, say 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, or even 6 years to 12 years or 6 years to 18 years. That is a great time of development of certain types of knowledge. So we are going to learn a lot from Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee ma'am, as well as Dr. Sakat Basuji, on this very important topic regarding each and every person, because without going to school, we cannot learn anything in present scenario. Otherwise, the concept of school was not there in, say, 200 years back or so, and persons are taught in ashram paddhati or in the house itself with the parents and our guidance and our relatives. So with these words, I again welcome the guest speakers of today and hand over to Professor Pawan Sharmaji for further proceedings. Namaskar.
Now I would like to request Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee Madam for her blessings on the topic. And after this, again, webinar is there. So please do stay with us. Art for Health. Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee Madam.
Namaste. Namaste. Very good evening to the all dignitaries over here. It's a very auspicious moment that I have got an opportunity to say something on this Ayush, especially the program in school curriculum. This is very important. So before entering into the school curriculum and Ayush's importance, I would like to prefer to say that we must know what is Ayush. Why Ayush? Basically, Ayush is derived from the Sanskrit phrase like Ayushman Bhava. Ayushman Bhava means the long life, the sustainability of the long life. This phrase was commonly used, especially blesses since the Mahabharata. Mahabharata, we feel and we know that there is always blessings for the long life. Like the Bhishma. Bhishma was blessed with the Ichha Mrityu, that means wish to die. So Ayurveda has taught since then. So the death is on our hand. So that is the Ichha Mitra. That means how we can keep ourselves good with the health, mind, and soul, and every aspects of our life that is taught by this Ayurveda. In the present scenario, the term Ayush is universally adopted, and for the traditional and non-conventional system of healthcare and healing, which include Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Naturopathy, Siddha, Shoya, Rigpa, etc. And this Commission for Scientific and Technological Terminology, and this Technological Commission, which has been established for the development of this Ayush system. And this system is generally the entire system of the medicine, the Ayush, we can consider the Ayush's umbrella. So at first the Ayush or Ayurveda has been generated, then the other pathy has come, then naturopathy, then homeopathy, then allopathy, and etc. etc. So why Ayush is so important? Because Ayush is giving the holistic approach of healthcare system and the healing process. Because previously there is a very scientific process called this heal and touching process, and nowadays it has also been observed in the tribal community, and they are also practicing heal and touching process by which we can develop ourselves, and there are so many kinds of ailments we can be eradicated. Hence, the fundamentally, the Ayush provides an integrative healthcare modality for complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual health. Due to of its importance, the system under Ayush is globally honored as the part of the religion far beyond science. So, in that case, the every religion people, those who are maybe the Christian, maybe the Muslim, maybe the Hindu, maybe the Buddhist, whoever in any kind of religion, they can practice the Ayush, they can recover themselves by this Ayush. Hence, for this importance and for this the holistic approach, Ayush is globally famous, and it was famous, and it was the only one key points for this the persons, for the humankind, for the development of healthcare system. Now, Ayush system is serving human beings since the prehistoric period globally, in the every period, because at this the prehistoric time, like the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic, and Pleistocene time, we have seen that especially when there is no chemical compositions and the medicines has been discovered, but the Ayush only there in their hand, by which they can develop themselves with this developmental aspects. And in that particular, this globally, the government also, supported this Ayush system, and Ayush providing the Ayush technology in the current year. And this government and administrative authorities promote the Ayush system as per their need. In the colonial period of India, this system of medicine faced some negligence, but soon after independence, government of India shows indulgence in Ayush. In the year of 1955, the Union government of India established a separate department, the Department of Indian System of Medicine and Homeopathy. At the same time, the Ayush, the Ministry of Ayush also been established. And November 2003, as the Department of Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy has been implemented and incorporated in the Government of India system. And this government has encouraged the people, those who are living, because most of the people in India, they are living in the rural areas. So they know the indigenous technology and this the Ayush system, but they don't have any scientific approach. So upgrade the standard of the Indian educational system. That's why it has been incorporated in this curriculum process. In 2020 policy, it has been emphasized that I should be incorporated in the curriculum system, especially the college, university, and the school. The school, why school? Because school going children are the children, those who are first entering into their school and they are practicing. If they know the Ayush, that means they can be enrich themselves from the day one. So how they enrich? Because the family should know the Ayush technology, the Ayush system, and in that cases they should be aware from the day one, of which they can strengthen the existing of their life sustenance capacity, and they can ensure the time bound program on their school curriculum, and they when they can develop and when they can pass out from the schools, they will be the build up themselves with the strength and capacities. Because this Ayush is not only giving you the knowledge, but it's also providing you the strength, and it's providing you the knowledge. We have seen that when the Nalanda Vishwavidyalaya and the other schools at the first school curriculum, when it has been introduced, there is no system, but only the Ayurveda was there. In Nalanda Vishwavidyalaya, the Veda, the four Vedas was taught to the students, and they learn from this the Veda from their inception. And school curriculum system also Vedic culture was introduced, of which they learn Ayush system automatically through this Vedic culture. But when the Vedic is not there, because it's also incorporated, only the way was there, that is the Sanskrit. There is no other languages used to be taught, but except the Sanskrit. So this Sanskrit has the very ancient scripture, and of which we can get the several new identity, because there which is there, but we cannot the Pali, Arabic, Farsi, this script is very enriched over there, and there is so many things has been written, but we have not incorporated and we have not find it out what is there. So the technology, the Ayush is a medicine, Ayush is a curriculum, Ayush is a technology, Ayush is a healthcare system. So if we know from the school day, so we can be enriched ourselves for the long life system. And long sustainability is produced from this Ayush, because Ayush has given us the first introduction, because the first is the Ayush. Why? In the ancient time or the Paleolithic time, there was no scientific approach, but the Ayush has given us the protect us, save us, and give us the energy, give us the potentiality, give us strengthen us for this the development of our life. So that's why we can say that there are so many systems, that there are so many schools has been formed. Those schools are giving the modern technology, but at the same time the Ayush technology is also necessary for know the present generation. And if we can start from the school days, that will be the better for the next generation. Then when they can come to the adulthood, they will be enriched by themselves only. So instead of giving the tablets, this iron tablets, this the other tablets, the calcium tablets, if we can know the Ayush system, we can regenerate, and we can incorporate directly from this Ayush method. And the 2020 policy also incorporated and implemented the Indian knowledge system. Why this Indian knowledge system? Because in my university, I am also taking classes of Indian knowledge system, which is very important for this purpose. Because Indian knowledge system giving you the all the IELTS, parameters, because we must know the scientists, those who have born in India. So that system is also the Indian system, knowledge system is very enriched, where the Ayurveda is the first prime factor, and they're maintaining the all the system, not only the healthcare, how to keep yourself mentally free, social is you are very enriched, the economic portion is very too enriched, and the socio cultural aspect, socio legal aspect, and the yoga will give you the can recover you from the mental stress, and you will be the enrich yourself, and whatever you would do, and whatever you want to do become, so you can get the learn from this the school curriculum through this IRES parameters. So IRES is very important in that case. So it is very important. In that cases, also anthropology is very important in the school curriculum too, because the anthropology, if you don't know the Homo sapiens and who we are, so how we have become and how we have developed and how we have become in this modern era and reached the modern era, the journey is should be known by this the anthropological point of view, and the people or the children should know the anthropology in first in the school day, as well as this Ayush, because through this Ayush, because when there was no treatment as such, but the Ayush was there and the naturopathy was there, by which we recover ourselves, and we have reached here today's platform where we are exploring the world, where we are exploring the go to the other spaces, and we can explore in the deep inside the sea and this space. Wherever we can go, we have the proper knowledge through this Ayush, and Ayush has giving is the most strength and the more protection, more potentiality in our day-to-day life and daily livelihood sustenance. That's why it is very important for us to enrich Ayush in the and the school curriculum system, and there should be the course should be over there, and not only that, if you can develop the Ayush in the school curriculum system, you can also incorporate Ayurveda in the sports world. You can incorporate the Ayurveda in this medicine world. You can develop the Ayurveda in the human society in the space, cases of this the curriculum system, and the spaces of this the musical therapy, because Ayush is, if you can take the ginger water, your voice will be the more better. So this the technology should be learned from the, this conception should be learned from the beginning of your life, because without this knowledge we cannot survive in this the COVID situation. This COVID situation also give us the taught us so how the Ayurveda and how Ayurveda is so important. Without having any vaccination, any medicine, with the Ayurvedic system, we have come across this COVID situation and we are surviving. So that's why I hope that the in near future, the school curriculum, the I should be there, and Ayurveda should be incorporated in the school curriculum system. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Namaste.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. And you've shown the importance of starting a Ayurvedic system of medicine at school level, so that youngsters will also know before joining any professional college or institute. They must know the basics of healthy living. And the basic fact is this, that really it has been realized in during the great this pandemic of COVID-19. The fact is this, that in our Uttarakhand, it has started already. We have contributed a lot as far as the daily regime is concerned. Dincharya-based books with the help of the certain Ayurvedic herbs also which are used in kitchen, with the help of our Sanskrit teacher, our Agat herbology teacher, and Agat teachers. The education department of Uttarakhand has given an assignment to make a book, and it's a history now. Say 8 years, rather 9 years back, before my retirement, it was chalked out, and our colleagues contributed a lot, and now the book is there in the school education regarding the Ayurvedic basic principles pertaining to Dincharya. Irrespective of the use of medicines or herbs, the knowledge is being given to them. So now they are in position to say that we know about Mulaithi or Amla or Hariti, Vivitak, and so many good things. Even if they go for Pan or anything, they know that it's a good information available in Airways, so we can use it freely instead of going through unwanted things, which usually the youngsters are inclined to use it because of the the advertisement available on the TV, and also with the help of the group psychology. So it's playing a good role here in Uttarakhand. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And now in the same continuation, it's a pleasure to invite Dr. Saikat Kumar Basuji for his knowledgeful approach and contribution on this topic, that how will be and how useful contributing Ayurvedic science knowledge at school education level, because the central government and the state governments are very much interested, because ultimately, directly or indirectly, persons are there to use it. But now, under the umbrella of Ayurveda and Ayurvedic science, it will be a great means advertisement and spread the knowledge globally. So, Dr. Saikat Pavasuji, you are most welcome. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharmaji. Thank you, Agnihotriji. I think Madam and both Agnihotriji has very nicely summarized all the important aspects that is to be integrated as a part of the school education system. I'm going to highlight a few, just conclude and highlight a few important points to that, those already the structured platform they have provided. First of all, anything that comes during the school days stays with us for the rest of our life. And because it is such a young, tender age, if we could integrate Ayurveda education at a very young age, and particularly this is, across India is a multilingual, multicultural nation, and with so many diverse languages. So if it is imparted into the pupil through different mother tongues as they are taking into their schools, it could be debated whether we start from standard 2 or standard 3 or standard 4 or 5. That's a different issue where to start from. But as far as I have seen in the most of the common curriculum is, it is around standard 5 or 6. Students usually get to start learning separately science, social science, a little bit of geography and history. And it could be a part of our life science curriculum too, or environmental science curriculum too, where the students are getting to learn about the impacts of the ecology, ecosystems, the very fundamental aspects, and a little bit of how plants can change our life and how it is important and associated with our health could also be included in that. Like it could be a part of our, the civic or the moral education curriculum. It could be a part of the life science education, or it could be a part of a, our school systems are always loaded with quite a bit of courses, and there has always been an attempt to reduce the load or the backpack that the student is carrying to the school. So rather than adding it as a new subject, which puts stress on the students as they have to do an additional aspect and appear in an exam and stuff, this could be integrated with any other current curriculum they already have. So it could be a part of geography in that particular sense, that they get to learn a little bit about the geographical distribution of the plants. There could be region-wise stuff. Like every state in this country has various specific regions where medicinal plants are growing. For example, in case of West Bengal in eastern India, there are a few districts which we call, like the most forested parts is Purulia, Birbhum, Bankura, Jhargram, East and West Midnapur. These are the areas where medicinal plants naturally grow. For the rest of the other part, medicinal plants are cultivated, and in the North Bengal or extremely upon the Himalayan districts, it is also naturally found medicinal plants. So based on the region where you are located, I think the course curriculum could be modified a bit in a way so that the student find it interesting, and rather than introducing just as a part, like this plant has this medicinal use and you can use it like this in a very basic fundamental part. If a little practical could be added to that, I think it adds to the joy of the school. I myself is associated in initiating and currently working on some program in some schools in rural districts, western part of West Bengal, in the districts of Purulia, Bankura, where we are trying to introduce students learning to grow vegetables. Like in national education policies, they talk about that the midday meal is a big part of school education, but students do not get to know, even in the rural areas, the various plants and the crops that they're utilizing in their life, or as a part that is associated with our heritage and culture. So to teach them, not only in the classroom, there is a provision that there should be, the school always have, wherever they have some little space, there could be a little garden that the students can work together in building over the time and take care of maintaining it. It could be pollinator gardens where they produce put medicinal plants or plants related with ornamental varieties that attracts bees and butterflies, which is not only a part of the beautification of the school, but it is also a process of a lifelong education where the students get to get a first-hand experience of the vegetables that they use or they eat at home or at the school in their midday meal, how they look, like how gobis look, how mustard look, like, even having a small demonstration of grasses like the rice and wheat, depending on which part of India you are growing, some ornamental species and stuff, and medicinal plants could be integrated in the garden, and the student should be taught. They should be asked how to raise them from the seedling, how to put the plants into the soil, how to take care of them, how to add organic fertilizers, and how to water them and raise them to maturity so that they produce fruits and flower and then they enjoy. And once this is integrated into a part of their education system at a young age, and I think we make them very responsible. Like, there is a habit of introducing pets to kids in Western schools. Like in many Western schools, and young children, they are usually taken to the pet zoos, like where they have various kinds of animals. Students get close to these animals. Of course, they are very gentle, so that they can pet them. They can learn about the activities of the animal, why they are so important for the environment and stuff. And this way, particularly in rural areas as well as in the urban areas, they get to know animals around us and why they are important. Why should we protect them? Same could be done with plants. If with the attempt of establishing various gardens in the school, particularly these medicinal plant garden, pollinator gardens, etc., or vegetable garden, all of them are closely integrated. Many of the sags that we have as a part of our nutritional dieties are there also important as medicinal plant. The choda sag that we use to have, post Navratri during the Durga Puja and stuff, it is also like the attempts was there by our ancestors to add immunity to our body before the season changes, so that we are better prepared to the change of season, and we incorporate medication through diets. So this is how various sags that we consume is a part of our diet and is a part of our heritage and culture. If those things could be educated, like why we do certain things in our practices, in our social, cultural, and social religious life, and why they're important to us, and all of them are medicinal in some way or form. So you, rather than teaching students to take medication or tablets, calciums, or syrups, learn to live on the plants that you grow, learn to live on the healthy food eating, and then to see that this is how the plants look like, and this is how they grow, and how beautiful the baby plants look, and how they change as they are growing up, and also learning at various stages why they are important, how they are important, how to use them with some live demonstration. That adds to the fulfillment of the education and makes it a very holistic part in the sense, and has a lifelong impact. Anything that we could introduce at a very young age has a long lasting impact in the life of a student, starting from primary, secondary to tertiary, when they go to university, colleges, and once they finish their education and move into their adult life and become a responsible citizen, these will stay with them. This is not only education, this is not only popularization or integration of Ayurveda to our life, it is also a connection to the national heritage of our country. So we should be proud, the students should be proud, the children should be proud from the young age what the world has received from India in the form of holistic medical treatment, in the form of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and other forms of traditional treatments that are so important for maintaining our holistic health. So with this, I conclude my presentation for this seminar. And once again, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to present my views on this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sakatji. Really, you always touch the deepest part of the sensitive topic. Of course, I do remember that Ayurvedic knowledge now in Uttarakhand, students going to schools or +2 level, they have also started knowing about the Panchakarma. Otherwise, it was very difficult to know what is Panchakarma and what is going on in the Ayurvedic. And I remember way back in 2017, Rishikesh Ayurvedic Medical Association, they started repeatedly giving so many knowledge to the students of high school and intermediate level. Right from the new session, say second week of July or August, and they organized so many types of quiz competitions, slogan writing, Ayurvedic text based, so many questions. And they put school, intermediate college, school competition. And we were one of the guests on the occasion of this Dhanvantri Jayanti day, and they were given, and the selectors, the toppers were given the certificates and prizes. So this is the way we have started giving basic knowledge of principles to live healthy, and also to know something regarding the Ayurvedic basics, herbals and other things. So this is what we have already started, say 7-8 years back, and they are well versed with the Ayurvedic text, not only through television or Amitabh Bachchan or any Sona Chandi Chyawanprash or anything. They have got the knowledge, and that too in a form of syllabus with the help of the book I was talking about, made by our faculty members. Thank you so much for your very, very important informations. And I do hope that our Madam Suttappa Vardhanji is also have joined, and she is also full of knowledge. She is a great thinker. So if you would like to say something, it's our pleasure to invite her. Dr.
No.
Suttappa Vardhanji, namaskar.
Yeah, thank you very much. And namaskar. I cannot come on video because I'm in a noisy place now.
No problem.
Wishing all of us a very happy Dasera. And thank you for always always giving me this esteem of having knowledge. And in fact, that's the way how normal persons and elderly persons like you encourage us and also help us to think further. So I think we have heard what our earlier speakers have said, and I don't need to add more. So, but what I can say from my point of view as a mental health professional, and also having a management background, is management is very important. And whenever we are doing any management in life, okay, so it is not only the management of our day-to-day work, but along with that, we also do a lot of management within ourselves, within our relationship, whether it be emotional, whether it be psychological, whether it be mental. So as we see, like when we are working in a corporate environment, we do management day in and day out. Similarly, when we are doing management in any field, so that is very important that we can keep pace. And at the end of the day, since we human beings, we in our ecosystem, we are a social being. So it's very important that we control our emotions, we administer our relationships, we manage what we do in a day-to-day life. So like when we talk of management, we talk of management not only in our actions, we talk of management in our communication. So if I understand correctly, if the topic of today's was to set up management for a QA for Ayurveda at school, it's very important that this should be inculcated from a very young age, so that it doesn't become a separate exercise, or it doesn't become an additional mental pressure or mental like a to do or action for these students or when they grow up. So it becomes a part and parcel of their life. It is very spontaneous. And as we say, like we have a word in psychology which is called flow, that it is so spontaneous that it becomes a bread and butter for yourself and everyday life. It becomes so spontaneous that it is as spontaneous as a water flowing in the river. So that is how it should be, like keeping ourselves in management, whether, as I said, like whether it be mentally, physiologically, or psychologically, is very important. So this is all that I can say. And thank you once again for encouraging me to talk in this platform. And I've not been here for quite some time because sometimes there's a lot of pressure that comes on my way, and late night meetings from a professional point of view. But whenever I get a chance, I get to log on and hear the esteemed speakers. And thank you again, Agnihotriji, and thanks once again all the other speakers. And I hope I was in touch with the topic, because I just joined. I wanted to hear the earlier speakers, but I did not know Agnihotriji will give me the opportunity to talk. So that's all.
It's a pleasure that you are with us. It's a pleasure.